think we're live. I think we're good. I think we've got the music turned up.
Okay.
So you can actually hear it.
Yeah.
Let me know if it's too loud. Welcome back to FryMinis. I'm Eric.
I'm Julie. Hi. Thanks for being here.
And I don't know if y'all can see over Julie's shoulder here. Check this out. WizKids, our awesome, amazing, loving friends over at WizKids, sent us a whole... Yay, hey Phil, hey Tim.
Hi, Phil and Tim.
Sent us this whole big box of mini... It's actually 3 boxes. We got... And so today we're going to accomplish 3 things. 1, we're going to reveal the winners of Banderhobtober painting contest. Buddy Club, FryMinis.com. Go over there right now, and you can learn more. 2, we're going to open up these dragons. And 3, we're going to show you what else we got from WizKids.
Yeah, we are. Hi, Kelly.
Hey, Kelly. So I think that sounds like a pretty good plan.
It's an ambitious one, but a good one.
I do want to do a quick, no spoilers, but how good was Loki?
It was amazing.
I've loved every episode of Loki.
Yes.
And the finale was amazing.
Yeah. Really, really good. Especially because we saw the Marvels right before it. And so Loki just seemed extra awesome after that. I loved it.
Sounded louder than our mic. Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you so much.
How about that? Is that a little better? Talking, words coming out of my mouth.
I love Loki. I think it's a great show. It's my favorite Marvel show.
I'm also further from the mic than
Perfect.
Julie. Okay.
Thank you so much for saying something.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Loki, shout out. Loki, 10 out of 10. Finale.
12 out of 10.
12 out of 10. Marvel's 6 out of 10. Julie would probably go a little lower. I'd say overall, if it's a thumbs up or thumbs down world, I'm going to give it a thumbs up. But it is the weakest possible thumbs up.
Yeah, I agree. Mid studio. Yeah.
Oh, it's Marvel Studio?
No, I think like mid. Like it's fine for a big studio movie.
Yeah.
Is the way I read that.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. So here, let's make sure I do this right. We want to do Brio left scene. Here we go. There we go. Welcome to our desktop, everybody.
It's so interesting.
It's so interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so do we want to do our runners up first?
Yeah, let's do that.
Michael, our snacks are always good because we go to Alamo.
Yeah.
If you don't know Alamo Draft House, it is our only real way we'll watch movies.
That's exactly right.
Now, we're not like 100%, you know? Like, I could be convinced for a special situation, but...
We saw the Dungeons & Dragons movie at an AMC because they were doing special early release showings that Eric got tickets to. Otherwise...
And I saw Picard season finale on IMAX.
Okay.
Kalamazoo for year? Yeah, perfect.
It's my favorite place, and I like most of the food there. Ours has a bacon, Brussels sprouts, and maybe goat cheese pizza. One of my favorite things to get there. And obviously the butter popcorn, like clarified butter popcorn, my favorite. And I feel like every time we go there, which is not infrequently, Eric has a coupon for a free appetizer or popcorn.
A win back.
So I get a lot of popcorn.
Yeah. D&D movie was, I think, very fun movie.
I loved it.
The closest thing I can say is it's like a Pirates of the Caribbean movie, which is a fun adventure movie. I think the OGL stuff was horrible timing, and that kind of stole a lot of the fans that normally would have been rah, rah, rah,
sure,
like the hardcore
joy.
Yeah, and so that kind of sucked out that audience.
Sure.
Their push on it, and I think that kind of kept it down a little bit.
Potentially, but as I was explaining to the people I know who don't play D&D, like, it was just a fun movie. Like,
Yeah, but if you're counting on your audience to do the marketing for you, and you lose that audience...
That makes perfect sense. Yeah. My favorite thing about that movie is that when I saw glimpses of something happening, and I knew what was coming, but if you didn't play D&D, you might not know that that's, for example, a mimic or a displacer beast. I was just so excited to like be in the know in a movie because that doesn't happen for me in the MCU, which is the other movies that we see in theaters. It only ever happens sometimes on Bob's Burgers when I have to pause and explain something to Eric and I get really excited about it. It's happened once, exactly. But like to know something that like, oh, this is extra awesome because, or I get that reference.
I do think the budget was way bigger than it needed to be.
Sure.
Especially for a first outing. I don't know. I think that kind of set it up for a really high hurdle. Okay. All right. Let's see. Bria. Here we go. Okay. So these, we're going to show you our runners up. So these are people who had awesome, fantastic entries, but there can only be, hey DB.
Hi DB.
Tim Fry, I was confused watching the movie.
The D&D movie?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Rules and rulings, welcome on board. I don't think we said hi to you.
Oh, hi.
Okay, so you can only have so many winners, right? But we thank all of our submissions, and you can view all of them over on our Discord at discord.gg/FryMinis or over at FryMinis.com. After the stream, we'll get the webpage updated with all the actual winners.
This is a live announcement.
Well, this is a breaking news announcement. We should put it in the Discord that we were doing this.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right. So these are in no particular order. These are our runners up. We have the Snow Hob. Look at this awesome, super fun snow monster. Also, shout out that this was a unique sculpt. Nobody else submitted this mini.
Yes. Love this one. Love the speckles and the spots. Love that it's not just a green Vanderhob. They're always welcome, but all shades and colors of Vanderhobs are welcome, and that this one is fantastical in addition to being adorable.
Yeah.
Great. Fantastic. Love this one.
Very, very good. And this was a very tough.
Yes.
This is very
As you
tough.
can imagine. We do the painting contest every month, but Vanderhobtober is...
And okay, our next one, and so I do want to do the winner or the runner-up we just had there, and then this one, which is our other runner-up. Both of these artists have dramatically, I think, improved.
Absolutely.
They regularly submit.
Yes.
And they have both won different prizes in our painting contest. But both of them have significantly improved, and that's been so cool, genuinely so cool to watch.
Absolutely.
Get better.
Yeah, it's inspiring. Sometimes some of our winners submit painting every month, and I think like, oh, cool, I'll never be able to do that, but gosh, I love what they're able to do. And to see progression instead of just excellence is so inspiring.
Yeah.
For me as a painter, I really enjoy it.
Yeah, we have some people who regularly win who are 10 out of 10 kind of
professionals.
Yeah. And those are, of course,
I love looking at them. They make me cry.
But this is I never planned on developing that kind of relationship with some of these.
Yeah.
So that's been a fun surprise.
Hi, Julie. Thanks for being here.
We've got both my mom and my dad, and neither one of them is putting in a super chat right now. No. Okay. So those will be our runners up. Okay, so we have two categories. We have free and premium. Free, so each of these will have a prize payout. You can learn all of that on FryMinis.com. But the premium tier, that bucket of winners, is a higher payout. And to get in the premium tier, all you need to do is be a patron. FryMinis.com. Join the Spud Club, $5 a month. You win once, and it's going to cover you for half a year.
Yeah. So we've done this in a little bit of a confusing order. So the runners up that we just saw were in the...
They both happened to be would have been in the premium category.
Got it. And now we're switching over to a different category.
Yeah. Sorry.
So
I was just trying to...
I totally understand that, but we're only going to have two from the free category.
Yep.
So these didn't qualify because they're a different category.
Yes. So we do first place, second place, third place, gold, silver, bronze. Okay, so second place for our free category is ba-da-ba-da-bum. Close that. Ba-dum-ba-da-bum. The Bandersnatch. Rules and rulings. Congratulations. Yes. So this is I love this one because it's kind of meta.
Yeah.
So last year, this Banner Hobb's been cut in half. Last year, he had the top half of the Banner Hob emerging from a portal.
Mm-hmm.
And this year, we've got some eye stalks, some custom built tentacles, and the bottom half of the Banner Hob.
Yes. Rules and Rulings did a video for Banner Hobtober that includes this and a little bit about it and the lore that you can kind of create.
Very cool.
To customize monsters. So highly recommend Rules and Rulings channel. They're active on our Discord and they're good people in addition to being talented, fun, inventive player and painter.
Yes, completely. Okay, now first place for our free category is Hender.
Hender! The stuff that nightmares are made of.
Yeah, so forgive me, but I believe this is a Norwegian, some sort of Scandinavian monster with hands.
I refuse to look it up.
This is a highly customized mini, the same Vanderhob mini, in fact, from WizKids. Yeah, I mean, it was robustly modified.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still, it looks like an infested or a corrupted Vanderhob.
Totally agree.
And I'll tell you the truth. I think he has Tyranid parts. There you go. I think one of the big differences for me between first place and second place for this one is this one felt more like a transformed Vanderhob, and the other one felt like a little more like we used Vanderhob parts.
Sure.
So that
Yeah,
for me, that was the big first decider between the two.
I agree with that. I think basing doesn't count when it comes to, I mean, it's worth something, but the points matter, but they don't really matter. I appreciated the basing, the diverse colors, and all the work that went into customizing this Vanderhob.
Yeah. Hender. Okay. Cool. All right. That's our free category. Congratulations to our free category winners. And now we're going to go into the premium category, and our third place winner is the Boonderhob. So these letters on the side, those are from the order that they're voted on and we have a fan favorite section, and we will reveal as our grand champion as our fan favorite winner, which gets a bonus payout that stacks with the regular price. So Boonderhob here, we've only got the one picture up, but he actually has his little butt cheeks sticking out the back. It's kind of cute. Yeah. These hands are very well done. And I was, this might sound dumb, but I was genuinely impressed with the handling of the fabric.
Absolutely.
Like it looks, the scale, I'm not sure. I don't know what it is, but I love it.
This person submits nearly every month, and the standard of excellence is very high. So I love this one. It's one in a series that they've been doing. They're an original Bander Hobtober submission and like a founding member, if you will. And I really, really love this one. And yes, we only show one photo for voting, and the butt cheeks hanging out the back really. Yeah. They add a lot.
Yeah, we use all the pictures when we're deciding on our champions.
Absolutely, yeah.
So great job. Okay, second place in premium category. And by the way, just so you all know, the payouts on this are pretty solid.
Yeah.
Free first place is $25. Premium first place is $50, and fan favorite is an extra $25. I mean,
come take our money.
Truthfully,
come take Eric's money.
It blows my mind that we don't have more free entries. It really does. The butt cheeks won me over. If there's anybody that knows butt cheeks, it's Drunken Yoda.
We're gonna end that there.
All right, second place. A little setup first. Second place is one of our all-time favorite artists. They sat out for a little while. They had some things going on. Totally fair. But we are so thrilled to have them back. And boy, they did not disappoint. Okay, so second place for premium category is Wakey. Look at this. We're gonna do the zoom on it.
Oh, for sure, because there's a lot going on here.
So this is it's two minis, which is awesome.
Yeah.
They're both different styles, and they both look great. And fun fact, the left one, the yellow one, previous to this photo was dropped by a child and had to be reassembled. So I think it worked out well.
Yeah. He's great.
I'll let Julie talk a little bit about lore of Banderhobs.
Yes. So as you may know, if you celebrate Banderhobtober, I don't follow the original lore because I fell in love with the WizKids official Banderhob mini, the one where he's doing the moonwalk. I love him. He's delightful. He's amazing. It was at the start of COVID when I fell in love with him, and I would have him dance across the screen when people's children came to sit in our meetings because that was a normal thing at the time. I learned later that Banderhobs kidnap children. That's like one of the things that they do in addition to just
their main thing. Yeah.
So, whoops. And I think it was Rules and Rulings who made that clear to me. So, whoops. So I just rewrote that.
Yeah, we've got custom lore.
Custom lore that they're gentle forest protectors and they garden and they're vegetarian. They would be vegan, but they really love cheese, especially making their own brie. Anyway, so this is the more traditional Banderhob, which I can still love and appreciate. So they're kidnapping a child, although last time we talked about this one because we did look at some of the entries previously, someone in the chat suggested that the child is sleeping in their bed and maybe the child is the real villain here.
Oh,
so I loved that read on it. Great painting, good use of colors. It would have been very easy to just kind of batch paint these two the same shades of green with the same dots and all that kind of stuff because they're very similar. I think they're the same artist. The sculpts are the same artist. But extra effort there. The recovery from a child. The floorboards are a nice element to it.
Yeah, I think the whole bed is I think that's all made.
Oh,
I'm assuming.
Great.
We've got some.
Thank you, Roland. Roland's the one who suggested that the child was the actual villain in this story.
Okay. I celebrate Orktober. Look, you can celebrate multiple holidays.
That's exactly right.
You can celebrate multiple.
Orktober and Banderhobtober.
Yeah,
why not?
it just can't not be Banderhobtober.
That's exactly right.
Like you're failing there, bud. Roll in this mini is set up clearly based on Goldilocks and 3 bears, except for Banderhobs.
Yeah. It's awful little Goldilocks just breaking into people's homes and taking their stuff.
So we're saying a Banderhob can fit in that bed?
Yeah.
Okay. Banderhobs bring back lost children. That's so nice. Yeah. For dinner. Hey, Rivers, what's up to you? That child has terrible political views.
Yeah. So they're kidnapping him for a re-education program.
Baby Hitler. We don't know. Awesome. Okay. Well, great job to second place. And we have our first place winner here in the chat. I'm gonna preface this one too a little bit. We do Banderhobtober, and there's the Banderhob, which is a creature.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we also, and it's all on the website and stuff. It can be, because if you do just Banderhob, that's pretty limited. So frogs, toads,
frog-like creatures.
Yeah, just things in that kind of vein. Froghemoth.
Yeah, our runner-up wasn't a Banderhob. One of our runners-up is not a Banderhob.
Correct.
Yeah. So.
Correct. So this thing, I don't think is a Banderhob in any way at all. But that's totally cool. It's totally within the vibe that we're going for. Froggy. Okay, so here we go. For our first place winner, we have the Toad Headmistress. Look at her. Look at those big old eyes.
She's perfect. She's perfect in every single way.
She's so detailed.
The blending and shading on her chin alone is what I would hope to achieve with the best thing I ever painted. I love her. I love this sculpt. It's so detailed. It's very, very small. So
thanks, Jameson.
Thank you, Jameson. But yes, I like that was used exclusively to shout out DB and Deirdre in the chat. Yeah. The lace collar, I'm in. I'm a sucker for that. In addition to it being incredibly well painted, so many different textures and colors going on here, all perfectly executed. I mean, what more can you ask for in a mini?
Yeah, it's phenomenal. It's a clear first place for me.
Holy biscuit, that's fantastic. I agree, Phil. She did amazing.
Kelly, that one's awesome. Rolling, well deserved.
Yes.
So yeah, so we'll. And of course we have our fan favorite.
Oh.
So that's our first place premium winner. And so on our Discord, we do a vote. Everybody gets one vote. It's anonymous. And so everybody gets to vote for their fan favorite regardless of category. Mm-hmm. It's just what is your favorite out of all of
the
these
submissions. Yep.
And our fan favorite, which is a bonus $25 payout, is the Boonderhob. Congratulations. Super chat alert.
A little delayed, but still good.
But it fits up there. We haven't had one in a while, so I wasn't sure.
It looks fantastic.
Yeah. So yeah, great job.
Thank you so much to everybody who submitted. You're my heroes. I love everything that you've
Boo,
done.
Shandor. Boo crew.
Boo crew. The boo crew. Oh my gosh. Bob's Burgers. I love it. Okay. Incredible. I love everything that has happened. I love Banderhobs, and now all of a sudden people are painting minis and submitting them and like care about this at all. It brings me so much joy. And Banderhobtober happened while I was away from home. I was traveling for work and I was just crying in a crappy hotel bathroom because they just all made me so happy.
It's true. It is true.
They just made me so happy. So thank you. You're amazing, incredible. And also, come vote. Everybody who votes or cares or talks about it on their channel, like Rules and Rulings or Rollin' Crits talks about it on their channel, like, thank you for caring.
And for the record, it is totally fair. We are totally okay with you bringing all your friends over to our Discord to vote. Yeah. Because it gets us more people on the Discord, which makes us feel good. Yeah. But then we got more participation, and then the more they're experiencing it, the more maybe they'll like enter next time. So it, if you've got a following, maybe it's a little unbalanced there, but we're also trying to grow a channel. So.
Yeah.
So honored to win. It's always such stiff competition. It really is, DB. You're so great at this.
Yes. It was tough competition this month.
I want to give another comment for DB. DB's relatively new to mini painting, but she's so talented at everything we've ever seen her do. Yes. There was no start,
she never had a rough first paint job.
Like, her first paint job was like my current paint job.
Yeah, I aspire to her first paint job. She's an incredibly talented artist. Yeah.
On Reddit, you'll see people say, "Oh, this is my first mini," and it's like, no way on earth. But she's that person.
Yes, she is. Yeah.
She made me rethink all the times I judged all those people too.
Yeah, I know.
But I stand by that.
That's fair. She's also available on Instagram, and I don't want to get her handle wrong, but she should drop it in the chat if people want to follow her on the gram, see the amazing work that she does.
Yeah, type it at AT space thing so it doesn't get blocked or whatever.
I would look it up right now. I just don't want to get it wrong. I'm sorry. I hope that's okay.
All right. Are we dragon time?
Yeah.
All right. In the chat, we have, let me know, and so first response wins. Check out the new, oh.
We were sent that. We were very generously sent that. And I think we'll take it with us to play over Christmas again.
Ooh. Potentially. Well, because we have to fly for this one.
Oh, I'll make it fit.
But yeah, no, we have not opened it up yet. But yeah, absolutely.
It's very frog focused. I'm super excited to play it.
Yeah.
And touch upon all the little minis. Yeah.
Okay.
DB minis.
What? Yeah, real quick. In the chat, first response wins. So we can open up brass dragon, lunar dragon, and emerald dragon. Brass, emerald, lunar. Which one do we want to open up first? I genuinely, honestly like lunar.
Lunar.
Okay, lunar it is. I genuinely like onslaught. Oh, hey, Adam. Wow. Oh, Ernesto. Hey, buddy.
Hi, Ernesto.
Welcome aboard. So we're doing lunar?
Yes. So excited to have Onslaught expansion. I totally agree. We have only played Onslaught twice, in 2 separate sittings, and really enjoyed it. And I'd like to have more to look forward to keep playing it and stay up on the rules. So the expansion will really help with that.
Yeah, I am also glad that there are expansions, so it's not a dead game. Yeah. Honestly.
Yeah.
I was very afraid that it would be a one and done.
Yeah. Very cool.
You guys got a lunar from the spelljammer kit at a very smaller scale. From
maybe?
Yeah, we've got this one. Right? Yeah. Yeah, so this is from the ship scale. We've got that lunar.
Thank you so much for remembering what minis we have, because I sure didn't.
We had a game, a whole campaign, and I played a lunar. I was a dragon. I was a gem dragonborn, but from the moon. And if lunar dragonborn had been a thing, I would have been a lunar dragon.
Never shuts up about it.
I'm Lucy from the moon.
I'm gonna turn on our fan.
Yeah, it's getting toasty in here. And we've got a fan I keep under the desk, so like when I'm working, it shoots right up the business. And here we'll take what we can get.
Why did you say that out loud? You could have just said it cools down your feet, which are very vascular.
Yeah. All right, so this is the Lunar Dragon official, again, from wizkids. Thank you, wizkids.
Thank you.
We're gonna keep it on this camera because these are so big.
It's got a not quite a clamshell, but kind of a clamshell.
I do not have all the prices handy. I should have gotten those. Bow, bow. All right, yeah. So it is just in this one piece. No assembly required, which is great. We are probably taped on the sides. All right.
Sorry to hit the mic.
Okay. So, this is the adult lunar dragon. So, we're doing the thing again where we've got the scale with the circle, not the actual base size, to make it a little bigger. Does the fan get regular breaks on holidays? I actually don't run the fan that often. So, I think this looks really cool. I think the sculpt is phenomenal. I think we're super deep. Actually, now that we're... Hold on. Can we get away with this? Where are we at? Nope. Nope. There we go. Nope. Nope.
We're
there we go.
professionals.
All right. Beep, beep.
Oh, I'm just catching up on chat.
Yeah. Okay, so this is zoomed all the way out. And, oh, here. One sec.
Look at this gross little toenail on the screen. Or is that a... Oh, it's a wingtip.
Wingtip.
What?
The shading on the wings looks awesome. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know why this is what a lunar dragon looks like.
Yeah, it looks bloody.
Yeah, it's kind of like peach colored. But I think for wizkids, I think this is a very good, well done gradient.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
I don't think it's all that smooth, to be honest with you.
Well, I'm also talking about a gradient that's usually awful.
Okay, sure.
So that we're decent.
Okay, yep.
Look, DB, I like the ombre effect on the wings.
I trust DB. I have to.
But no, I mean, this is a sizable dragon. I think the pose is very cool.
It's meaty.
I like that he's not even resting on a foot, so it's totally up in the air. I mentioned this to you earlier, but we could... Oh. Look at it. I think this is... I don't think this is broken because it's painted over. But you see, like,
yeah.
over here? That's weird.
Took some damage, I guess.
Yeah. Well, actually, yeah. I mean, we've got a hole in the wings, so... you could use this as, like, a bone dragon, like a heavily armored dragon.
For sure.
I like the Godzilla-like plates.
Yeah, I like that they are all different. There's no, like, oh, let's make one and then just scale it up and down.
Yeah.
These are unique.
When you grab it, it's gonna... The base... So, I don't like this kind of a base. I like a flight stand I'm okay with. But this, like, clamshell snap together. Because what happened... And here. Can you see that? It wiggles. And that's what happens when you're combining those three different pieces. It wiggles a little bit.
Sure.
Now, a little bit of super glue around there. That'll be okay. But...
When you're paying a good amount for a mini, you want to not have to do any mods.
Climbing out of the mud bath. Better flying poses for WizKids. Totally. And when we get to the emerald one, you're really going to... Its wings are so wide, I don't know where we're going to put this thing.
Story of my life. I think this looks good. You're right. For a pre-painted gradient, this is a nice gradient. I'm currently working on gradienting some chicken feet, and it's going very poorly, so I should just lower my standards, I think. I think this looks good. I like that it's a bulkier dragon. I appreciate... I don't know all the dragon lore. You know me. I don't read books about Dungeons & Dragons. So, to me, I like the bulky, heavily plated, spiky kind of dragon, as opposed to
kind of like a Skyrim dragon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's exactly what this feels like, a Skyrim dragon. Visually, I prefer that style of dragon in a game called Dungeons and Dragons. So this is my favorite kind of dragon, I guess I'll say. I like that he's like bucking up like a griffin. Base price of 100. Okay. The paint looks... They painted it. This isn't just white plastic.
Yeah.
They painted it.
We're not in an Arviatris situation.
Exactly. So it's a little bit maybe thick, but really good texture within the sculpt. The sculpt is great.
I think you can kind of see it on camera, but the spikes are a different color than the body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're distinct in that way as well.
Yeah, I agree. It's strange, and this isn't WizKids' fault. This would be Wizards of the Coast who designed the dragon for the color scheme.
Sure.
But that it's got like the pink. So I get that like it's whitish, you know, to be on the moon. Like we can say camouflage, whatever.
Sure.
But where does the pink come from in that? That's what I think is a little strange.
I agree with you. I think that like the gradient and this color scheme makes me think of like New Mexico or maybe a Dakota or like sand. It makes me think of sand blasted stone.
Oh, sure. Okay.
So this feels a little bit more deserty to me than it does feel lunar. I also don't know where the color comes from. I think it's pretty and I think it's a good blend, but I'm not sure that it says lunar to me.
Yeah, like honestly, if you were to just say, "Oh, this is like a variant of a white dragon," I'd say, "Cool, okay,
Yeah.
Awesome." That's
Or it's
very
just
cool.
bathing in others' blood.
In the name of the moon, the dragon will punish you. The Sailor Moon reference. The inside of the bat wing. Oh, okay, yeah, Ernesto. Warmer, darker interior. Yeah.
I like what DB's saying, and Roland agrees. I don't know much about lunar dragons, but this feels like a missed opportunity to add some interesting color like purples and blues. I agree.
Yeah, and so because you've got the lunar dragon and then the solar dragon. And so these are different size scales.
Sure. But yeah, I mean, for what I said about this feeling like a classic dragon and a dragon that I really like, that's amazing. That's incredible.
Yeah, there doesn't have to be any relationship between them.
Sure.
But I like the idea that one is the moon and one is the sun.
Yeah.
I wish there was some
relationship there.
Some sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
But again, that's not WizKids. That's
sure.
Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah. Solar looks kind of cheap next to lunar.
Yeah, it feels like a toy.
Yeah, I get that. In the name of the moon, that dragon will punish you. DB, we recently looked at a book that had a time dragon.
Oh. Yeah.
That had some sort of dragon that was white and had this like spectral rainbow streaks down like almost on either side of its belly plates.
Yeah.
And it was so cool.
It was a time dragon. Yeah.
Okay, time dragon.
It's with like the catfish.
Yeah. It was beautiful. And I think that opportunity for like a rainbow iridescent or the purpley blues makes a lot of sense to me for a lunar item. Time doesn't have to be a rainbow. So I think what I'm trying to say is I totally agree with you, and having something else from book art so fresh in my mind of a great use of color that was creative and interesting and beautiful, this doesn't feel quite as special as that one.
I do like its hardiness though, honestly. And I think it would be really, I think this mini, if they do, assuming they do a Nolzur's unpainted, I think, and I don't know what scenario this is, that you could only ever have one sculpt of a dragon.
Sure.
But you could repaint this as like any other, like this could be a cool red dragon.
I think that's a perfect default dragon, exactly.
Yeah, and I know it won't look exactly like official 5e dragons, but just like something hardy to put down at the table.
Yeah. And again, that it's like rearing up. I think dragons with all 4 feet, limbs, whatever on the ground look really cool and have their place in this game and our collection, as you probably know. But yeah, if you were gonna have one, to just have one kind of rearing up like that, awesome. Looks great.
Yeah.
I agree with Julie vis-a-vis the sculpt. The lunar dragon has some texture and that looks great. Agree. The time dragon strikes on Monday afternoons when you're at work and most vulnerable to the time dragging. Yeah.
That's funny.
Soldier looks like a Happy Meal prize. That made me laugh out
loud. The lunar dragon has some texture and it looks great. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And ooh, that is sick. Welcome the blind builder grand minutia.
Welcome.
All right, y'all. So remember, we're still gonna at the end of this, we're still gonna show you all the other minis we got. So
not gonna unbox them.
Yeah, we're just gonna show you what we got though. So we've got still to open adult brass dragon and adult emerald dragon. First in the chat gets to pick emerald or brass. A lava dragon. Okay, emerald. There we go.
2 votes in for emerald, so that's good. We don't have a fist fight breaking out in the chat.
So the emerald dragon, this one's actually a little bit older. This is from when Fizzbands came out. It was in there. So there was the sapphire adult dragon, which was one of the first, I think maybe the first adult they did, and it was like special edition, which we don't actually have. But it was like this, but like sitting down. It was this kind of material. It's blue. For a gem dragon.
Gem dragons.
Where do we see a gem pink at Target? What was gem? Was it Christmas gems?
Gemstone Christmas?
Yeah.
I said jewel tone Christmas.
Oh, okay. Well.
And then I was talking to you about that claymore.
What's the difference between a gem and a jewel?
Jewel tones is a set of color schemes, and gemstone is a collection of rocks. They overlap a lot.
Okay. Okay. So this is what?
Nothing. What a gem. Roland. Never stop being you.
Is that you? To you or to me? Okay, so the adult emerald is also $100 on WizKids website. So this is again also sent to us
Thank you.
Thank you.
Need to get that one. My wife's birthstone is emerald. If she likes dragons.
All right, so this is also in one big clamshell. Is that the right word, clamshell?
I think a clamshell is usually now they make anti-frustration versions of it.
Oh.
It's out.
That was still taped.
Right, but it'd come out the bottom.
Sure. Okay. So, this is like a slime dragon.
Yeah, that looks like snot.
So I think the sculpt is very cool.
Yeah.
I think the sculpt is really cool. I don't know how else you would do a gem dragon, honestly. Yeah, so you can get this for $40. You can get these cheaper. It also comes with a little protector for this claw and this claw alone.
Yeah, well. Sending you love, Kelly. This is noodly.
Yeah.
Very different style of dragon.
Oh, here. I think we can switch over again.
I think so.
As long as I can remember how to.
Hi, Brian. Congratulations on your
Brian.
placement in Banderhoptober rankings.
We announced our Banderhoptober winners. Spoiler alert. You got some money coming your way. Boop, boop, boop. All right.
Looks aquatic, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Clever material choice pulls off the narrative. I agree.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I don't know how else you would do it, because these are supposed to look like living
Jewels.
stone. Yeah, like the metallics are like living metallic.
Sure.
Right. So you could. It's not. Because my first thought is, oh, we'll just make it like a bunch of facets on it.
Yeah.
But then that's not what they look like.
Sure.
So in reality, I don't know how else to make a dragon, an emerald gemstone dragon. I do like that we have different colors. Mm-hmm. I appreciate that. This would have been really easy to just
mold something out of solid green plastic and call it a day. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually like this pose. I mean, the wings out are gonna suck to
store.
Yeah. But look at how these claws are.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
I think for as much as this looks like an allergy attack from Eric. I think this is really incredible. I've never seen wings like this before, and I've seen a lot of wings at this point. So I think that's fantastic. There are multiple dragons in D&D. I know that. The lunar dragon looks like what a dragon looks like to me, the quintessential dragon, but to my quasi point earlier that if your game is going to be named Dungeons and Dragons, you better bring it on the dragon game. This is really, really cool. This does look like a sea monster. It's got that long, freaky neck. It's got some ear-like tendrils going on here that are maybe difficult to see. The teeth are actually painted. Its tongue is sticking out, but not directly out like a snake.
Yeah, this is his baby.
Do they nurse their young?
Oh, eat them.
Okay. It does have, sorry, I'm trying to figure, it's spiky. This hurts. So just for what that's worth, this is not child friendly. It is taking a knee, but the knee is up on a clear little pedestal, which is interesting.
Yeah.
I appreciate that they held fast to the pose and kept it kind of crouching scarily, but added support where it was needed so it didn't fall down. I'm obsessed with these wings. As somebody who...
They feel good, too.
They feel good, and I think I love clear plastic. I love lucite. I love acrylic decor. I don't know if it's from like being a 90s child and having like Barbie furniture made out of this, obviously in pink, and I really loved it. And now I'm living vicariously through this dragon to re-achieve that satisfactory feeling and sound. I don't know what's happening. I just love it. I love these wings.
I am much more impressed with this than I was expecting.
Totally agree with you.
Cards on the table. I was expecting to think this was cheap, flimsy toy, like a toy. But no, I actually really like it.
I really like it too. And the jaguar-likeness of it.
Spiky, so it can be used as home defense as a thrown weapon.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. Shout out to wizkids for doing this one.
I think this is cool. I love how thin the dragon gets, and then it's got these big old thighs. I think like just a freaky, upsetting, abnormal figure, and that adds a lot to this type of dragon that is alien.
Ernesto, the pose is pretty good. Yeah, I think the pose is pretty good.
Yeah.
Imagine it like up on a rock. Just
Dishes and glasses popular in the 70s. I totally get with you.
The uranium stuff.
Yeah, well, we my roommate in college contributed the dishes to our home, and she had like yellow and green plates with mushrooms on them that were that color scheme. They weren't clear, but I think the glasses that originally went with them were, but we weren't trusted with them.
Adam, I don't like it as much, especially for the same price. Yeah, the sculpt has way less texture, and there's not a lot of actual painting. Yeah, I mean I think that's fair feedback. What?
Totally agree. Imagine it. Imagine the dragon.
Yeah. Well, you're making a face reacting to a different.
My face shows what I think, and I was reading ahead to try to get caught up so that I could take the next one.
Okay.
I agree. For the same price point, it doesn't feel fair. They don't feel evenly matched.
And so remember also, they've semi-recently gone through and kind of like standardized their pricing. And so a lot of these, like I think I could be totally wrong here, but I believe the sapphire adult dragon, so like that, but the blue one, was like $70 initially, and then so it's a kind of funky.
We're in a bit of a catch-up period, maybe. Okay. Dragons are children of the sky. I don't know what that means. That's probably in reference to something, and I don't remember it.
Now this one I'm very excited for.
Yes, he is.
This is the brass dragon. I'm a sucker for gold, brass, bronze with like a real nice black wash.
Yeah.
Absolute sucker for that. We've got metallics throughout our house, dragons, and furniture appliances. So here, I'm assuming this one's 100. I'll look that up here in a second.
This is also relative to his I'm from the moon Dragonborn, because he had Ada, who was a metal dragon.
Oh, yeah. That was a different character.
Same character.
Pause a while.
We were talking about Lucy.
Yeah, how is this relative to Lucy? How is Ada relative?
Lucy didn't have Ada?
No.
You're totally right.
Yeah.
My bad.
All right, we've got tape on 2 sides.
Oh, yeah.
Tricksters of Dragons, yes. All right, so same style here. Yeah, this is nice. Oh, it's so spiky though. Oh my god. Okay, adult brass dragon. Y'all, this is good.
Yeah.
This pose is super epic. It's got that gold style wing like wrap. He's got all these like individual scales.
Yeah.
Big awesome head. Just meaty paws. Excellent paint job. This is phenomenal. This one to me, this is $100, no problem.
Yeah, absolutely. This is my dear.
It's brass.
Oh, brass. It is shiny. My dear friend showed me the dress that her child picked out for their Christmas outfit, and it is a gold lame dress with like cap sleeves. This is a brass lame caftan with a bat wing. This is incredible. This is the most fabulous, beautiful dragon that I've ever seen in my life. I love that as Eric pointed out, like the wings turn into the tail. Like it doesn't have spikes down its back. Oh, it does actually. Okay, sorry. But its wings are full body.
It's kind of like the dragon from Reign of Fire.
Never saw it.
Yeah, you have. We watched it. It's the movie with the Batman guy in it.
Christian Bale.
Yeah, and when the guy jumps off with the axe, Matthew McConaughey. We watched it.
This looks great. Can you do the top down, please? It's brass, but it's got this like oil slick quality to it where in some spots it's almost green. It's got what I would consider like a true bronze here versus brass throughout, but in a really effective way. It does have spikes down its back that have a little bit of black on them. I'm not going to get the camera right for it.
And these spikes on the tip wings of tip.
It's toenails.
It's toenails.
I love what Eric was saying about here. You can really see the 3 different kind of colors they use to make that metallic effect throughout. So it's got brass and then almost like a platinum color and then a bronzy color. Super beautiful. The face, mouth, and teeth are perfectly painted. That's a sticking point for me when you're going to charge $100 and the teeth are like barely painted. These are extraordinary. And 3 totally different dragons that we received in that box.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Verdigris.
Yeah. The green-ish.
Yes.
This tail, look at it. Look at how dynamic it is. And he's just standing and just with the sweeping back.
Yeah. I would allow this to be a decor item in my house for all the reasons that Eric talked about, our mixed metals and stuff. And I like shiny stuff.
Yeah, no.
Other dragons I don't want sitting out because they look like toys, but this I'll accept.
This is phenomenal.
Yeah.
So, Lunar Dragon, kind of a weird dragon.
Sure.
But that's not WizKids' fault.
Sure.
So I think it's very good.
Yeah.
I think WizKids did as good of a job as they could have with what that dragon is.
Yeah.
Emerald Dragon, I was shocked by.
Agree.
So much better than I expected. And I'm telling you, that's one of those ones you got to feel it. Because I thought it was going to be like weird, soft gel plastic.
No, it's solid.
Yeah, it feels really good.
Yeah.
And this one is just 10s across the board.
Yeah.
5, well, with our scale, 5s across the board.
It's a 10 out of 5 scale.
Yeah. And that's so easily the best of the 3. Wings are epic. Yeah. No. Awesome.
Yeah.
So good. So good.
It's beautiful. And like something, it might be easier to paint this gradient and this color scheme like this because metallics can be a little bit more forgiving than a flat acrylic paint.
Yeah.
So whether this was easier to do and thus automatically going to look better or not, like versus the gradient on the white lunar dragon, I'm still super impressed with it. Like, good is good, and this is very, very good.
Yeah. I'm happy you're so happy with it.
There's a piece of brush. It's okay. I wanted to make sure it wasn't another hair. We unboxed one with a human hair in it.
We did. That was messed up.
That was weird. But it wasn't food. But it was weird. 10 out of 5 would recommend.
All right.
Exactly. All right, now we're going to quickly just show you all the minis that we got in addition to the very awesome dragons from our friends at WizKids. So we're not going to unbox all of them. Although
we will on other streams.
Sorry, we're not going to unbox all of them right now. Although we have only been going for 50 minutes.
Okay, well maybe we can pick one.
Pick one.
Oh, I know we'll keep it with the big monster theme. I know exactly what we can do.
Okay, you can't vote.
Sorry. All right. So again, stay tuned for future streams. But we have Undead Armies Warband. Spoiler alert, all of these are based off of the starter minis from the other things. So you can have your own character be zombified.
Yeah, I love that. As a concept, as an idea, like, super cool. And at a glance, these look pretty good.
Yeah. Hobgoblin Warband.
I can't wait to touch them. They smell so bad, but I love them.
Yeah.
Hobgobs.
And these look pretty good too. And I wouldn't, just at a glance, I wouldn't call those amazing looking, but pretty good.
Solid.
All right. We've got Icons of the Realm. So this is the Shattered Obelisk limited box set. So these are custom color jobs, paint jobs of minis that are in the actual like mainline set, I believe. 5 collectible pre-painted plastic miniatures inside. Limited edition box set. Where did I make that up? Pre-painted.
It's got a freaky mouth one on it.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
really don't like it.
5 collectible miniatures with exclusive paint job or paint schemes inside. And I like the OTL is translucent, which I think is super fun.
What is that red thing I hate?
It's a, I don't know, it's a
It's on the other. Oh.
flesh meld.
I don't like it one bit.
Why the sink face, Julie?
I know. It's. Look at this thing.
So I hope to be able to get the
I knew what you
actual set for Shattered Obelisk, Phandelver and below, and we'll probably do that at the same time.
It's got like gross fingers. Oh.
All right, and we've got our first of the classic collection, G through J. So a little bit of a strange jump in the middle, but that's okay.
They had me in mind.
And so these are based off of like the original art, like from first edition or whatever.
Yeah. I love how this one opens.
Yeah, it's got styrofoam or
Velcro.
Velcro, which it's the Velcro could actually be a little less Velcro-y, I think. So you got monsters. Oh. And then you've got like, here's what they are. I think it's kind of neat.
Yeah.
We have Ghost, Ghoul, Gorgon, Griffin, Harpy, Hellhound, Hippocampus, and Imp.
I'm excited for the imp because he's got a big round tummy. Looks cute.
Yeah.
Guy through Julie. Mm?
The Gorgon looks pretty awesome. And then the Ghost these look very good.
Hang on, this is G through I. There is no J. Is it a fancy I on the front, or did we misread it? No.
No, there just isn't a J monster. What's a monster that starts with J?
Jabberwock.
You think You think they had Jabberwock first edition?
I don't know what they had, but don't do it alphabetical if there is no J.
Look, they listed J.
But there isn't one.
Yeah. Well,
so just skip J.
They got to put it somewhere.
I think this is a cool collection.
Jelly-tanious cube. Yeah, I think the style's cool. Okay, and then we've got two things that are a little different than our usual kind of thing.
Thank you for noticing that, Phil.
Oh my god. That was too popular. Okay, so check this out. This is Icons of the Realm Spelljammer Adventures in Space. Showdown setting, the Temple of Light. So this is basically, as I understand it, this is basically, here's your boss battle in a box.
Yeah.
So it's got all these minis. It's got 6 minis. It's got more than that. Is that 10 minis? So it's got it's got 4 special minis, and then 3 astral elves and 3 astral elf warriors.
It's 10.
That's 10. So you get 10 minis in the box. It's got this like terrain piece here, and then a map with it. So you can, it's all self-contained. So you can do the whole thing in a box, which I think is a very cool. Like if you make this for like I'd love to see this for Tyranny of Dragons, like the Tiamat fight.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Super cool to have it self-contained like that.
Yeah. So
map, everything you need. Battle in a box.
Yeah, I mean 10 minis in there.
Yeah. Julie, my SCPC entry for November was chosen to make you smile. You can always pander. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not above it, and you shouldn't be either.
Brian also did explicitly say using the traditional lore in the write-up.
Perfect.
And this is a similar kind of vein thing.
Germaine.
This is Adventures in a Box. This is a were-rat den. So here, we're going to flip around for this one. So this is a little smaller. So you get 4 were-rats, a giant rat, a swarm of rats, a moldy cheese horde, a cage, a prisoner, a rat's nest, rat-covered bone pile, rotten crate stack, rotten table, sludge pile, 2 trash piles, and a 4 6-inch by 6-inch 2-sided map tiles. So this is, you can plug and play this into your any like random encounter or whatever. Just here's is there an adventure with it? No, to build out your very own. I'm surprised they don't put like a little adventure in there, but
something small.
Just like a sheet with some encounter tables of how you would encounter it.
Yeah.
But that's okay. But I mean, this is full of minis and terrain.
Yeah.
I think that this idea and the last one, what?
The moldy cheese board, monster charcuterie, amazing. I'm just seeing Adam's suggestion of a dragon. I love that.
Moldy cheese for the win. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's very cool. I know there's a Mind Flayer version for one of these. But this is the one we've got today, and I think, and look at this little prisoner guy.
Yeah. Womp womp.
I've got the autofocus on, so I don't know if it'll. And this is why we don't use the autofocus on this camera. But I think that's kind of cool.
I think it's really cool. The idea that you could just pick this up or gift it to someone and tell them to kind of go wild with it, I think is really exciting. Even if it doesn't have like a written adventure in it, to just be able to play with this kind of everything you need in one box kit is pretty awesome. I also just want to say Encino Man is one of my favorite movies. I haven't seen it in a very long time, and unfortunately I do not speak Spanish. But one of the lines when they're in Spanish is like, "Where is the bathroom? Donde está el baño?" And then the cheese is old and moldy, and it's el queso es viejo, and I don't know how the rest of it goes, but everybody talking about monster charcuterie and moldy cheese for the win just makes me think of Encino Man. I think that movie came out in 1987.
87?
I think it did.
No. No way was it 87.
I'll look it up.
No way was it 87.
Okay.
Okay, and so a bonus one that we'll take a look at because it'll be on theme. This is a Critical Role, 1992, Trent Monk's Temple.
Thank you very much. I just pulled that up. I was 5 years off, but not 10 years off.
DB, I also love that movie.
Of course you do.
You can always count on Trent Monk's Temple to know all about
Brendan Fraser movies?
Cheese in the Whiz.
Wheeze in the juice. Eric has never gotten anything right now.
I'm bad at quotes.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Ukatoa. This is critical. We've said it before. We are not Critical Role people.
Nope.
But this is like a giant sea monster of some kind.
Yeah.
And since we did speed through everything, I think we can
Let's
give
do
it a crack.
Yeah.
I have trouble with any movie with Pauly Shore. Well, especially knowing about Pauly Shore now.
I don't know about Pauly Shore, but I believe everything that you're saying, and I get it. But it's where Brendan Fraser and
I'm thinking of
Michael Richards.
No, another comedian or whatever. Keep going. I don't remember.
I was just going to talk more. It's about the first time that Brendan Fraser is in a movie with the guy who's who's also in The Mummy. The 7-Eleven guy is in The Mummy. He's the curator of the museum that Evie works for.
Oh, yeah. Definitely buying one of these if it looks good. Yeah, so we open up the box. So we've got the same kind of thing. And again, thanks to wizkids for sending this over. They never tell us. Like, you have to thank us like 5 times or whatever. I don't actually say anything at all like that.
Yeah,
but,
it's a gift, you know? We're Midwestern. We can't help it.
This detail is looking nice. So, we also don't have any tape on it, but we've got way more snap points. All right, let's switch over. Pop, pop, pop. Thank you. So I really love the idea of a multi-piece mini. I wish the purple worm, the official purple worm, came with a tail. When we took a look at that, I complained about that. So this is, I'm assuming with the eyeballs, this is some sort of aberration type of creature.
Sure.
Sounds like something from the Three Amigos. Do you want to start with the head or the butt?
Head.
All right. Here, you give us the first impressions.
Okay. I was not going to like this because it's gross and it has eyeballs everywhere, and I don't like that. But this is awesome.
Here, let's zoom in a little bit. The paint job and detail on this, I think, is very good.
It is pretty just like you, Drunken Yoda. The amount of texture and detail that went into this sculpt, the sheer quantity of paint colors here is really good. These eyes, I wish I could paint eyes like that. It's got like nubbin spikes down its belly here. This purple to black to green. This purple to black is giving me Ursula, but in a good way. She's iconic for a reason. And this metallic-y green here is really good. The wash looks amazing. The face is so scary.
Yeah, those eyes, the mouth, the tongue.
The eyes on the sides don't have pupils makes them even worse, I think.
I agree.
The musculature here, the nasty teeth, that it's missing a front tooth. Remember when we were unboxing Displacer Beasts and one of them had a weird third front tooth?
Yeah.
I think they stole it from this thing. But then it would only have one front tooth. It's odd. The purple kind of dry brushing going on here is really beautiful.
Would make a nice aquarium decoration when not in game. Imagine excusing yourself to go grab this out of the fish tank and pop it on the table.
I love that. I would love to see a beta fish interact with this. And it would sit at the bottom, and the beta fish is a top line swimmer, so it could actually work really beautifully to fill the rest of your tank. Just put some plants around it. Oh, now I'm designing it.
Yeah, and so if it wasn't clear before, so this is a 3-piece mini. So we've got the head, And I don't know, like you can make this all different parts are attackable. Give them each their own kind of stat block. Like give this like a bite, give this like a crush.
Oh.
And then give the tail like a whipping kind of thing or something.
That's great.
And this says body.
Have to kill all the eyes starting from the tail.
Yeah. But yeah, with the water, you can move it every turn. Or yeah, I mean, this is like a big boss kind of thing. It could be every turn.
Yeah.
Like it's just like it's just what it does.
Yeah.
No.
This is an incredible paint job.
Yeah. This is a top tier paint job.
Yeah.
For pre-painted.
Yeah, and seeing something like this makes it all the harder to look at something that isn't greatly painted. Yeah. I know that this is big, I get that, but if you can do eyes like this on a mini this size, you can do eyes like that on a mini with an eyeball that size that happens to be smaller.
And then our third piece, the tail. Look at this like whippy twirl up bit.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
What?
Critical Role spends a lot of money on their stuff.
Yeah.
It shows.
Well, I mean, I think some of the Critical Role minis have kind of been hit or miss on the paint job on the minis.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think generally it's something is either very good or really not great.
That sounds familiar.
With so far. But I love, like, this could have easily just been just like a whoop out of the water and we would have been like, okay, cool.
Yeah,
but they really went up a step here, wrapping it around.
Amazing kudos to the person who sculpted this.
Yeah, and painted it.
Well, yeah, absolutely, but...
Yeah. No, this is great.
I can't even quite tell, like, the texture of its midpoints on its body almost feels like fur. It doesn't look or feel like fish scales, but it's very, very cool.
Yeah.
Like, I almost feel like touching it would give you some sort of damage.
And I do, since we already brought up Artificer, so this dark green color, that's the color of the plastic. Like, I mean, you can see on the bottom, right?
Oh.
That's the color of the actual plastic. And that's okay, because it's used as like a base here. You still have lots of other colors, lots of other details. The problem with Artificer was that was the entire mini, except for literally the like mouth and eyes.
Sure. Even the toenails?
Okay, the toenails were black.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. But here, I think it's okay. You can get away with that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
It just can't be the entire mini.
Right.
No, I'm really impressed with this. This, I think, would be a 5-star, no doubt.
I really love it. I don't like it, but it's really, really good. I like what Kelly's saying of you have to kill all the eyes starting from the tail. That makes me think of in Fable, the game that I love. Yeah. Fable 2, when you're fighting, or is it 3? No, definitely 2. I think 3 as well. When you're fighting a troll and you have to wait for like these spots on them to turn red, and only then can you fire at them, and then they're vulnerable to it. Yeah. So yeah, having different like eyeballs that have to. That's gross, but it's awesome.
Yeah. No, I'm glad we opened that. That was good. So we've got some 4 big monsters that we just took a look at.
Yeah. Please discourage Eric from hiding pieces of this around our house for me to step on.
No, I'm not going to do that because then I have to drive you to the hospital.
Thank you.
Axe Attack. That's our theme for November for our painting challenge.
And Brian Daly's already, sucking up. And that's great.
So Axe Attack, I think is interesting. We've never had something that's like item themed before. So you could paint just like a really dope axe.
Sure. Make it your spiritual weapon.
Or you can have a barbarian wielding axes, or maybe somebody got chopped in half by an axe, or whatever. We're pretty generous when it comes to what counts for a theme. There's in the submission form, there's literally a line field for like, how does this fit the theme? And if you put even something remotely close, we're on board. But I'm excited to see what an item themed one could look like.
Me too, yeah.
But yeah, I imagine we'll get some like orcs.
Sure.
Stampeding in or something.
Love it.
Cool. Okay. Well, I think this is a really great stream.
I had a great time. I'm so glad that all our friends are here.
Yeah.
Thanks
this
everyone
is
for hanging out.
We've been at like 15, 16 people the whole time. Yeah. This is a good stream. If y'all can, please hit the like button and leave a comment. That's always so helpful, those comments in particular. I started pandering as I chose what I was painting.
You know what you're doing.
Thanks for the monster.
Thanks, Brian.
Okay, please join us over discord.gg/FryMinis. And if you want, check out the description for intotheam.com/FryMinis. I don't know if they're ever going to send us more shirts because we have sold 0, which, you know, that's okay. We're not here to sell shirts. We're here to talk about minis and have fun. Okay, thanks everybody. We will see you later.
Thank you.